Hi, my name is Andrea Martinez, and when I was in high school, I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. This is a mental health condition that's often described as one of the most painful because of how deep the emotions are felt. So you can only imagine what a huge feeler this made me. I was a champion for my feelings and my emotions, and I would let them run their course, including the bad ones. What that really meant was that I lacked self-control. And if I'm being honest, I had the label of BPD to hide behind. And I also didn't believe that Jesus was a healer in this area of my life with mental health and mental diagnoses. And if I was to believe that he was a healer, then that would only mean that everything I had already learned was a lie. So truthfully, I had no real peace. I was constantly chasing the next therapy session. I was always looking for the perfect medication, and I wanted rest. And I wanted to know that my life wouldn't always consist of these childlike tantrums and tears. I would lose so much control over myself that I was hard to be around, and eventually I told myself that I was hard to love. My feelings were what I loved the most about myself, and they were also what I hated the most at the same time. I had been in therapy that helped me regulate my emotions, but in 2023, I took a course within the She Is community through La Luz Counseling, and that incorporated the Word of God with emotional awareness. This was a major part of my transformation and understanding feelings in a Christ-centered way. All of my life, I was told that I was too much. I was too happy, I was too sad, I was too angry, and I was an uncontrolled mess. My actions also prove this to be true as well. But in Ephesians 2:10, God calls us his masterpiece. And once I believed that, the way that I thought slowly began to change. All the lies were slowly starting to become the truth about what God says about me versus what everybody else was saying about me. So regulating my emotions has been very difficult because I've had to learn to sit with myself. One of the modalities that I've grown very fond of is breath work. It had a huge impact on helping me release and let go of bottled up emotions that I didn't know how to process. And this became such a meaningful part of my journey that I later became a breathwork practitioner. So regulating my emotions is a constant practice, but it's a huge reward when I realize that God's in control. So I still have moments when I'm in my feelings and I feel like pirates are out to sea, but now I'm able to burn the ships and surrender what God says about me. I used to say that being borderline was a beautiful curse because of how deeply I felt everything, even in pain and in anger. There's nothing beautiful about a curse, nor is a curse beautiful. What the enemy meant for evil, God turned for good. I don't claim the label anymore, but I don't deny the symptoms. What I do claim is that with Jesus, I can still feel deeply. And when it's too much, I can give it all to him. With him, I can rest and I don't have to chase the healing because he is my healer. My prayer for other women is that we're able to sit in the calm of the storm, because I know that for me, it was in the stillness that God did his best work. So the importance of community and how it changes just one person. I was invited to a social, and I probably had the worst anxiety attack known to man in She Is history. I thought I was going to a Bible study. I did not know I was going to a social. After that, I couldn't stop showing up. The more that I involved myself within the She Is community and was invited to things or joined a class or joined an exercise, the more that I got to see, I don't want to say the old me, but I got to see the version of myself that was very outgoing basically start to be rebirthed, except it wasn't just about me getting better. It was also about me getting better, but with Christ in my life. And I see what I looked like before, and I see the light that I have around me now, and I can't. That's just God. God has done such wonderful things, and that's the power of community. And that's what I have to share. So thank you for listening.